of Afrika. Mbolo. Hi, this is Ngningone II. Today, I will continue my teachings on our history, culture, and who we truly are. Okay? So, this message is for our children, our very own, in America, in Brazil, in Colombia, in St. Lucia, in Jamaica, in Bahamas, in Trinidad and Tobago. I am yet to learn the name of our new founded country. All right? To all of them, in Saint Barthélemy, in Suriname, in Grenada, wherever they have you, my people, this message is for you. All right? So today, I have a very important message. As you know, all my messages to you guys are important. All right? So, we will talk about our place in the world, all right? Because we are in the healing phase, okay? I posted videos about healing from our past, healing from false beliefs, and then, you know, claiming our thrones. You know, in doing all that, you have to know what is your place in the world, okay? So, in reclaiming our thrones, I want our children out there to know who they truly are and their place in history. Contrary to what their books say, apparently any book you look, it seems like our history started with slavery. They almost make it sound like we were born to serve them, because that's the beginning of us. Nonsense, rubbish. All right. So to those who don't know, we are the humanity firstborn. Okay. Just like I told you guys, everything falls in divine order. Those who thought it was a good idea to enslave the kings of the earth, right, are seeing that something is not working, because there's a divine order in all God's creation. So what they forgot is that their strike on Africa was the strike against the first house of God. All right, and in one of the videos, I explained to you how the firstborn, no matter how useless, he has his place in the tree of life of God. You know, God made him first for a reason. So they thought they could corrupt the natural order of things and be victorious and be prosperous and stuff. 400 or 500 years later, here they are in debt to their teeth. They have, like, their countries have the highest rate of suicide, obviously, that fake prosperity, which is not even really a prosperity. The banks own everything we sit on. So they're realizing who the real masters are. So many of them are awakening and panicking. But no, you shouldn't have tried to pervert the natural order of things as intended by our Creator, TaTa NZambe. Okay? So first of all, I want you to know that you came first for a long time. For those of you who have watched my video, The Birth of a Queen, right? For a long time, they went around pretending that they were the builder of the world civilization, that they were first here. They even declassify us from mankind, right? They murdered our kings and enslaved our children. But in 1997, our ancestors decided to set the record straight. So archaeological evidence started showing up, you know, proving the whole world that they've been writing on us. you know, claiming a glory which is not theirs, claiming ancestries that are not theirs, claiming, you know, lands that are not theirs, you know. So you see, so yes, we came first, all right. The Ethiopian call us the Idaltus. We build the master civilization, the one from which others were built, okay. Ancient Egypt is us. So if some of you wonder why the nose on many of the statues have been blown off, and the lips and all that, is to take away anything which could point that the ancient Egyptians were blacks, okay. So my laughter is, yeah, they claim they were, but which other group of people have the cobra as the protector? Only us. All right, whatever they have, they claim lions and stuff. Lions are not even inhabitants of their countries, but you see lions on their seals and stuff like that. All right, people who've been trying to be us. So in reclaiming our thrones, it's reclaiming our identity. And when you know who you are, nobody can steal that from you. Okay? So we are the builder of the master civilization. We did that. We built the ancient world. All right? And they got impressed. Instead of asking like, hey, bro, how did you do this? And then we share knowledge. No, they thought it was a good idea to murder our kings and enslave our children. So here we came and build a new world. And on top of that, we colonized Europe. All right. The Moors taught them everything they know. It's sad that they are ungrateful pricks, because they turn around and try to take everything we build and claim it as theirs. Some of them, you will see some of them online claiming that the Africans were murdering them, did a genocide on them in Europe, that some had to run from Europe and go hide in Africa. Nonsense. All right. Why did they build? Why did they burn the libraries? Everywhere they went, you know, in Egypt, they built libraries. In the Congos, in Mali, in the Mali Empire, they burn libraries. Victims don't erase proof. So, and another thing I saw a comment somebody put, and I told them, I like, really? You guys have only been around for what, 9,000 to 10,000 years. And you talking about suffering a genocide in the hands of a group of people who had been around 100,000 years prior to you guys. I'm like, really? You guys wouldn't have stood a chance if that's what we were about. If we were about destroying God's creation, because them, I heard they're not 100% human, but nevertheless, they're still part of God's creation, right? So us, our kings were Ubuntus. I mean, they're cleaner than them. You couldn't come around, you know. So they're little lies. So if you hear it somewhere, tell them, how were you able to survive a genocide inflicted by a group of people who had been around for hundreds of thousands of years before you guys did? That's my question to them. So yes, we came first, and no, we didn't try to exterminate any of them. They claim that the blacks tried to exterminate them. That's why they did a revenge. No, the revenge was purely jealousy. Anything good a black person has, that's why I said those who befriend them, they be your friend as long as you're a level or two down below them. If you reach up to their level and surpass them, that friendship will not hold. I'm like extremely, I won't even say rare, I would say extremely rare the cases where the person will still celebrate you as a friend. So their jealousy and envy drove them to invade us, murder our kings, and enslave our children. And their jealousy and envy drove them to drop bombs on Tulsa. Everything our ancestors, you know, built here, they found a way to destroy. Jealousy and envy led them to that, nothing else. You know, we taught them everything they know. They just happen to be ungrateful pricks. That's how I see it. Okay? So, you have to understand who you're descendant of. You are descendant from the greatest warriors, the greatest king God has ever put on earth. You are the builder of the master civilization, the one from which everybody else copied. All right? You are the fathers and the mothers of independent Africa. After the fall, many of us, the struggle continued. We fought, we continue fighting. The characters that are the most known, like to the general public, are Nkrumah, Sékou Touré, Sankara, Patrice Lumumba. You know, these people who we always had people rising and fighting and organizing until we achieved the so-called independence. You are the fathers and the mothers of the free South Africa. We all know, we all heard what happened. We saw images of what our people were going through in South Africa. Amandla, Bayetu, Bayimbule, Banafrica, right? You are the descendant of the great warriors of Zimbabwe. All right, everywhere they've been, everywhere they haven't been able to prove that they could live at peace with any other races. All right, so even the civil rights movement in America, it took us, our people. That's why I'm advising other foreigners who come here, please show respect to those who shed blood, for you to even be around, for you to even be allowed to be around. Show respect for our people who fought that fight, because that's what firstborns do. Firstborn take the beating for everybody else. It's just like I mentioned in a previous video, our ancestors here in the Americas, I mean, they took the slave labor on their shoulder to spare the Indians. That's what firstborn do. When things get tough for a family, the firstborn will be the one sacrificing his dreams and aspiration, you know, to be of service to the family. They will drop everything and go get a job to support the family. That's what the firstborn do. You know, our people came here and helped raise their children. Our ancestors breastfed their rude kids who grew up to whip them and rape them and did everything possible. Firstborn, all right? But the firstborn is just not a mistake. God knows why he sent us first, all right? But where they screwed up is that they thought they could manipulate and reverse the natural order of things as intended by the Creator. So that's why they're going through whatever they're going through. All right? And I really don't care, because they went through deep length to destroy us. But here we are. Okay? So we are the idolaters. We are the firstborn. So with that, you have to understand a very important Bantu proverb, which says, the hand that gives rules. Okay? It's a Bantu proverb. You have to sit on your right. Even when, you know, the human court deny you your right, you still have, you know, access, you know, to divine court. You go before the Creator, TaTa NZambe, and tell him and plead your case to these people. I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that. Instead of being grateful, they turn around and hurt me. They turn around and try to kill me. They turn around and try to destroy me. Fight this battle for me. Whatever you would say from your mouth will be fulfilled upon them. This is a big secret. This is why I laugh at people who are just out there trying to harm people. You know, you're lucky you harm somebody who doesn't know their power. But when they try to mess with somebody who knows their power, oh, all hell breaks loose in their lives. That's why none of these jokers had ever been able to take me down. Because why? I gave to all of them. And as far as I know, what my forefathers taught me is the hand that gives rules. Okay? So when you breastfeed a baby, even if you didn't give birth to him, he talked trash against you, you can curse his life as if you're the biological mother, and it will work. Know your power and sit on your powers. All right?
Hey, Bezingo. Hey, Bezingo. Ukana midunga